Hi, welcome. It is Monday, December 1st, the start of a new month, and the snow is falling. It is the end of my day, waiting on my last client of the day. I just went to a home visit for someone I see every week, and she's going to be leaving to go to Florida for the rest of for half a year, and I'm in that kind of sad but happy for her because I'll miss her. So I'm just kind of setting the tone of like this bittersweet, like snowy evening. The sun has set, it's almost dark, and something in me said, let's do a quick reading before my last client gets here. We have maybe 10 minutes. And something said, don't be practical with this reading. Something said, let's talk about like spiritual, like timelines, generational, really, really higher self type of stuff. It doesn't even have to be applicable to our daily lives. I don't know. Something said, let's get out there and feel all the feels. So let's just do a brief reading about what is something calling to us from other realms that we might want to contemplate, noodle on, play with. Like, yeah, what is calling to us from other realms for the good of us, the people we love, our generations, with our family line, and humanity. What energy is here with us to round out this year? Let's see. So we have the 10 of Swords. Look at that. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. The 7 of Swords. What's with all the swords? And the 7 of Wands. So some 7s. And let me pull one from the bottom of the deck. And we have the 8 of Swords. Look, what's with all these 7, 8, 10 of Swords? The 8 of Swords is one of feeling kind of trapped, bound up. Hands are tied, limited. And it's the kind where our thoughts are keeping us limited. But if we think about something about like in this, if you want to think about timelines, where do you feel like in your timeline of you were born into a family line at this point in time, where do you feel like something you were called to set something free? You were called to set yourself free so that by doing that, you are setting others free, because when they see you, they're like, oh, wow, they're free. You know what I mean? They're not keeping into the same family themes and patterns and dysfunctions or whatever it is in your life, in your family's timelines. What is it that once is calling to be set free? Well, we have the 10 of Swords right here. That is the end of that cycle. This says you are putting an end to that. The 10 is the culmination of the whole thing. There's no more of that dysfunction. I don't know what else to call it, because swords are really that mind chaos. So there's no more of that happening. You were here. Look at you with the wings, and the cage is now open. And this is saying that is the end. And you're with the timeline stuff, it's like everything really does happen for a reason. Like your family has gone through this. I say family, but it's like whatever, however you want to read into that. We are born at this point in time in this body, in these family circumstances, to these parents and grandparents and the whole thing. And what is it that says this is now you're setting the whole timeline free? It'll ripple back through time. You're undoing all of the dysfunctions. I'm just going to call it that because that's a generic enough word. But it wasn't all for naught. There's a blessing element to this. Like what did that do for us along the way? What were we trying to do, but we did it just in a dysfunctional way? Where is the beauty in where we are right now? because I'm going to treat all that came before as a blessing, and it's time to bring that cycle to an end. And the Seven of Swords is one of things being little self-deceptive. So where in that has there just been some self-deceit, some denial, some storytelling, like my family line thinks we're all this way, but under the surface, nobody but us sees the dysfunction underneath. What are some things we need to heal? Because this is saying on the surface, things are different than they are in our reality. And that's the type of thing you're set here to free up, is to say, let's like do away with the surface level storytelling and really get to the like underneath it all. So we're going to stop telling stories. We're going to see things for what they are. And the Seven of Wands is one of really doing the inner work to say there's some boundary work here. So do you feel like in your family line there's something about boundary crossing that has been our dysfunction? We allow others to cross our boundaries, or maybe we cross boundaries with each other, and we don't treat each other as individuals having their own agency, and we don't really respect boundaries. So does that ring true for you and your family? Where is boundary setting and boundary crossing kind of not ideal? So what I want to do is we're just going to pull a few cards, because that's what this seems to be about, and you are called here to be the person in your family line to shed light on that, and in doing so really have people face it. So what can we learn? You're the one that's the change maker and the way shower, and what little glimmer of hope or nugget of wisdom you're going to need in doing so. So we have the Ten of Cups. Things are on, like, there's something happening where it's all love, like love and abundant, like there is a change. You're going from the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups, the Ten of mind chaos to the Ten of heart opening. That's the change you're bringing to your family line. Three of Cups, there's togetherness and celebration. There's no more shaming each other and doing harmful things to each other. You're calling it out for what it is. And then we have the Five of Wands. So there's something here that in that togetherness and celebration, you're putting an end to the storytelling. This is all surface level, like, look at me, everything's okay here. This is also what you're bringing an end to, is like all the ego stuff that's going on in your family line. You're calling it out for what it is, and you're saying, enough. Let's be real. There's something here that says, let's be real with each other. Let's call things out for what they are. And it doesn't have to be scary, does it? So that's all here in this really quick reading. So it says, go forth, do the thing, do the hard thing. You are here to do the hard thing for your family, not against your family. It might feel like they get put on the attack. Like with that Seven of Wands, sometimes it feels like, oh, barriers go up a little bit, but that's okay. You're here to say, it's all in love. All this cup energy is like doing it to heal our family so that generations to come, that's not even a thing they have to deal with. So however you can have that conversation with your loved ones, you're the one that's been put here to do it at this time. And the time is now. You're going from Ten of Swords to Ten of Cups. I can't believe that just came out. Like, talk about the turnaround. So go forth. Bye.